Welcome to episode number 6.
6.
I had to ask him. I was like, bro, is this episode number 6?
I was like, I don't fucking know. I only joined
because they're
2
flying
episodes
off.
ago.
Oh, I just to say, we have Blair is not now a guest. Blair is a published part of
Yes,
the
sir.
Scottish Bodybuilding podcast.
It is an honour. I had to pay a lot of money to be a part of
half
this.
the audience
But
just
not
switched
cheap.
off. Thank
And
you.
everyone has unsubscribed. Fantastic.
But no, Blair is, man. We knew it was
Pleasure.
going to happen, man. But it's,
It'd be a lot easier if I wasn't in Aberdeen, but I'm just going to drive through. I mean, I'm...
and Blair, you have full intent and ambition long term to move down here, don't you?
Yeah. So like long term, not even necessarily long term, medium term, I'll probably be...
Do you know what's crazy, man? Is like, so I can remember moving to Bathgate, and it was just kind of like me, right? And then like Logan came on over, then Neve's on over.
Yeah.
And then, like, we're starting to see more people, like,
Come
make
down.
the effort to come
Yeah,
into that kind of central belt now. I know a lot of people up in Aberdeen would want to come, people in Inverness would want
Lewis
to come.
as well, man. I've been saying to Lewis Sutherland. I've
I
been
mean,
like,
he
"Get your
needs
ass
to.
down,
He's like,
Lewis."
he's like,
Oh,
us,
he's
man,
still
like,
renovating that fucking
It's one
house,
of the
isn't he?
boys.
Has he
Aye.
got? Has he got?
That's
has
it,
he-
bro.
Has he got windows
Right.
yet?
He's nearly there.
Didn't have windows for like fucking
He
10
sent me a
years.
picture of his kitchen the other day. He's like, kitchen's in, bathroom's in. I'm like, good on you. I say, why do you just finish renovating it?
And sell it.
Sell it. And come down here.
I mean, like, think about the amount of times even like Big Jack Gunn, like Jack, you know, Jack's one of our closest
Nah.
mates. He was saying the exact same thing. He was like, there is nothing. For
Jack's
me
a
up at that
Jack's a
neck of the
home
woods.
bird though, eh? Like
he
I
is.
think Jack
He's
Jack
comfy, man.
secretly
Loves it up
loves Inverness.
Aye.
Like
I mean, I would love to be the biggest person in a city.
that's aye.
He has no reason to leave.
Leaving why?
Stay
He has
with
that
you.
authority.
Yeah. Intimidates everyone in every place.
Everybody
Inverness.
knows about. Very good.
But yeah, I will eventually move down this way.
And do you know what's been awesome about this weekend, man? I mean, like, obviously, I've had you, right? And I think the best way to start this weekend, or about the podcast, is just like, what obviously we've been up to. But, like,
kissing
we've
girls.
all had a chance to just fucking chill out the past couple of days.
It's been brilliant.
So, obviously,
Aye.
Lindsay, who we've just not shut up about, but she's done fucking amazing.
She's done well.
Like, home run after home run after home run after fucking home run. You know, overall after overall, you know, clearing up 2 bros now, which was just insane, man. And
Yeah, that was crazy.
we all had such a good time at that event.
such a good day.
I mean, you and me at the end, towards the, it was
I can actually feel your heartbeat
know.
through beating through my chest.
I was
It
hired by
great.
Calvin
You-
that for the last 10
Blair,
minutes
I
of
know.
the show to take pictures of Lindsay.
My overactive
He was
thyroid.
like, he was
I
like
couldn't
bro,
take
my hands are
pictures.
shaking like fuck. He was like, can you please take photos? I was like, aye, go on then.
I swear I seen you at the front on a
Aye,
knee.
was.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
a
yeah.
knee.
I was down on one
Mate,
knee
I
taking
kid you not.
photos, and then I was like, I think Hannah
See,
McClellan.
that's what real fucking friends are for,
That
man.
is 100%
None of this
it's like,
shite,
I've
man.
got
Like,
this.
Yeah.
you know, like,
You need
we were up
people
the
like
back, you were focused, and you were like, you know what, mate, I'm going to fucking cover that shit.
Yeah.
You weren't
You took-
too
you
busy
took
thinking
control.
about what anything else was
Aye.
happening. You were just focused on being with your fucking mates.
No, I didn't give a fuck.
You're a
about
legend.
any of that. But then
I love you for
I
that.
I did make a bit of an arse of it though, because then I was like, oh, what I'll do is I'll run back, like I'll go round this pishy wee venue, and I'll go round to the back of the stage so I can get a picture of Calvin and Lindsay when they're like giving each other a hug, and she's all excited. And little do I know, I'm like, where the fuck is Calvin? I'm like,
I'm
and
up
where
on
the
the
fuck
stage.
is Lindsay? And they're like on the stage, and I'm like, and I've run all the way around the fucking venue to be like, oh, watch this, I'm the fucking best back scene photographer you've ever seen. I fucked it, absolutely fucked
It was
it.
classy in Lindsay's mount there as well. You could see the
Oh,
genetics
it
are
is.
coming
Yeah,
from
yeah,
there.
yeah. That was funny, yeah.
She was crying and everything.
She was
She was
ecstatic,
man.
eh?
Beautiful,
She was
man.
She's,
ecstatic.
she's
That's a
such
nice
a lovely
moment, though,
woman,
eh?
mate. Oh, it
It's a
was
nice
beautiful. Beautiful moment,
Do you know
man.
what's crazy,
That'll
man?
be
It's just
remembered.
like, I never in a million years, I bet, did Lindsay's mum think she'd be sat there screaming at her daughter on
Crazy,
stage
mate.
in a bikini
The
covered in
no.
tan, get all emotional.
It's mad.
Like,
It's
even when I
crazy.
speak to my dad about my bodybuilding, he's
don't
like,
get it.
He's like, why are you gay?
Why are
Yeah.
you
Why are you gay?
My dad couldn't give less
what
of a
it's like.
fuck about bodybuilding. My dad thinks it's ridiculous.
Aye.
See when my mum found out I was
like, I think you're fucking
see when
ridiculous.
my mum found out I was using steroids. She was
Wait,
like,
what?
No, right. So I'll tell you what
You're
happened.
on
Now,
gear.
I love my mum to bits, right? But like her biggest flaw, and I was a bit of a cheeky bastard of a child growing up. I was quite, you know, I wasn't very
imagine.
trustworthy. I was just like,
Still a cheeky bastard, man.
you know, but promiscuous. And so like I wasn't really to be trusted. So my mum would just like fucking go through my stuff when I was a child, and that habit just stuck with her. And so I remember I went back home for a weekend, and I was just started taking gear. And I remember my mum seen me, and she was like, "Oh." So what you been doing? You been taking steroids? I was like, no.
As if she already knew
No.
it, she found it.
And then I go for a fucking shower. I come back into the room and she's like, well, Taylor, what the fuck is this? And she's like, what have I done to make you do this to yourself?
And start blaming
She's
themselves.
like, what have I done? He's like, why are you a junkie? I was like, For fuck's sake, man.
I was like, no, I'm diabetic.
I was like, dude, it's fucking nothing to do with that. Granted, like, I think that's actually a nice caveat. Like, I'm very, very open with mum about this sort of stuff now because she appreciates it.
100%.
I'll send her my blood work. I'll send her, you know, what I'm doing in terms of supplementation, just to give her that like, peace of mind. But I will never forget that. Oh, you're a junkie.
Why,
100%.
What have I done to make you do this
That's
to
what the
yourself?
instant thoughts are.
It's nothing to do with you, man. It's all those bullies that fucking abused me as a child.
And you get big because of them.
I know.
No, I can comfortably say, like, my mum and dad, as much as they didn't have a clue what the hell bodybuilding was or what it was all about, so supportive of it. Like, whatever the hell I was doing, they were like, my son's starving himself to death and he looks as if he's about to die, but come on, son, on you go. I remember when I spoke to them about it as well, so I did. It was actually hilarious because I went into the house and I was like, I feel as though I'm being deceitful here and I feel as though I'm at a mature age. Like, see, if I tell my mum and dad that I was taking that when I was going through my reckless years out every weekend, spending money I didn't have, drunk as a skunk, they would be like, get out of my house.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just as just another thing you're adding on to getting
I would
fucked up.
agree.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
I
a
think-
fair point.
So they said to me, I went in and I spoke to them, sat down at the table, and I said, I think it was maybe about 6 months, maybe 9 months in actually, potentially. And I sat down and I said, can I speak to the two of yous? And literally as I said that, I said, right, I need to talk to you about something. And my mum said, are you taking steroids? Before I even said that.
And you're like, no, I'm gay.
And I was
but
like,
that's a great idea.
should I? I'm like, right, I'm off the hook.
That was close. That
So,
was
yeah.
close.
Like, instantly. And I was like, why do you say that? And she says, because your neck and shoulders have grew very quickly in the last few
Because you're a
months.
fucking human satellite dish.
Fist bumping
But
after
no, they
that.
completely
Cheers,
understand
ma.
it. It was like, this is the supplements I take. This is my blood work. I'm taking care of myself. I'm healthier. I guarantee, and I've seen this with people that have came on board with me, okay? People who are jumping on from a lifestyle perspective, okay? I've seen people who take gear, who eat clean, take care of themselves, do their cardio, train hard, sleep well, like live a good, healthy lifestyle, but just take steroids. And I've seen people's blood work who maybe smoke, they drink, they eat shit, they don't exercise,
day.
and it is unbelievably
But
terrible.
then they just need to really
comparison.
finish it off with just then taking steroids,
Put that on
and then
top
they've
of it.
just completed it.
Aye, then
They've
you're done.
completed the unhealthy game.
The unhealth protocol.
You know what? This actually sort of goes into. We all put up question boxes, by the way, if you didn't see them. One of the questions I actually got asked on my question box was about like, what do you need to like if you're going to decide to go on steroids, like to go enhance? What should you consider?
Fuck all.
And-
Just do it.
Yeah, I was going to say just don't consider
speed,
anything.
genuinely.
Full speed.
Full speed. What is this full speed thing?
It's another
That's
Christian
what we were
Chapman
saying,
thing.
man. He just says something and it just catches a wave.
Aye. But it's somebody. No, because I thought it was like. So I thought it was there's a coach going about just now who is responding to clients' check-ins.
I think that is what it is.
Right.
I think
Jamie
that is
Regal?
what it is.
But no, mate. Probably I don't know. Is it Jamie? I don't know.
I'm going to assume
God, I
it's
hope he
Jamie
doesn't
Regal.
watch this.
Results talk.
Um,
Jamie DeRegel.
But I think you're right. I think it's coming from that.
Aye. Who's it? I wonder the coach, but
I'm not going to lie. I could just ask him. I was
just
just
ask him.
message
Do you want to
Christian.
cover that topic while we're here?
What
I
about-
was going to say the concept, or not the concept, but the premise of today's one is to kind of catch up briefly on what's happened a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We have a shit ton of questions, which is amazing.
we've got a good bunch.
So,
Appreciated.
as always,
Thank you all.
It'll be a bit of a mixed bag. But I think whilst we're here, I think we may as well just start off on that subject. We can then kind of cover what we've been up to this weekend, and then we can just go back into some
Excuse me?
questions.
Yeah, sorry. I just thought it related quite well into one of the questions that I got.
Typical arsehole, just
Aye.
fucking butting in.
Sorry,
second podcast.
sorry.
Oh, you've got a
How
question.
dare you? How dare you?
It just relates.
I'm just trying to get to my
It relates.
question.
But
so
when
they'll
you're
come
when
up.
you're speaking about those lifestyle factors, like you should, in theory, have all of your ducks in a row first.
Quick one. Do you guys feel like you must be within...
I know what you're going to say.
Do you guys feel like you need to be a bodybuilder to be taking steroids?
No.
Because John Jewett put out a
Aye.
big post the other day.
No.
It was just black and
I
white.
think
It's
it's
like,
No.
IFBB Pro, yes. Anything else, no.
No.
The thing
No,
is, though, is that
of
like,
course not.
his shtick is safer use, which is a lot of fucking nonsense because
you-
both parties will be
Absolutely.
aware of what he's done with his
Absolutely.
clients.
100%.
You know, like, guys, do not be so naive to what these people are saying, right? You know, safer use works for certain people.
Nate Cunt.
For the genetic phenoms.
100%,
Do you know what I mean? Like
100%.
100%.
But like when you're looking at the bulk of the population, man, these pros, especially in America, dude, 3 to 4 grams.
Oh, easily.
3 to 4 grams.
And they don't fuck
across
around.
every
100%.
class, not just
Aye.
like open bodybuilding.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe not
I mean,
bikinis.
I've even
Well.
heard, even like the female scene in Europe,
Yeah,
from a
yeah,
PED
100%,
perspective. I mean,
man.
even in America.
Silly, mate. Grams of primo. Grams of the bowling.
Amen.
100%. So I'm absolutely with that, and that's one perspective. Like, I think bodybuilders use that as an excuse to ultimately say that's why I take gear. So I completely think you do not need to be competing or a competitive bodybuilder And all that takes
I mean,
steroids.
maybe not a good idea. Like if you're going to Ibiza, the boys smashing fucking
take
Halo
it
and
just
Live
take
the
an animal
lifestyle.
already.
No, 100%. You need to live in the lifestyle
I think
as
a
well.
lot of it depends
Taking
on
care of yourself.
what it's for.
Yeah.
Like if someone comes to me for coaching, they're like, "Hey, bro, I've got 8 weeks till Ibiza.
Aye,
I'm going to jump on." I'm like, "No, you're fucking not." I'll be like, "What's your diet look like?" Oh, you know, I don't really know. It's like, right, well, let's address all of that
you
shit
get some
first.
pretty fucking great changes. Like if you dial in on diet training
Absolutely, man.
over a short term window, 8 weeks, man, I've seen a lot of
Aye.
things happen
I've
in 8
had
weeks.
recently about 2 to 3 lifestyle clients who first came to me. They've spoke about potentially taking a year. I said, "Give me a year, let's work for a year here. I won't ignore the fact that you've asked me that." And literally, you're about to see a few. You'll probably be able to point and see them on the page when you see the transformations. And they've pushed through. They've dug deep. They've dieted down. They've got lean. They've been so consistent. We've got blood work analysed and stuff like that, and they've still brought up the question. I mean, I'm not going to ignore it. I'm like, do you know what? I feel as though you're
And do you know
comfortably
what
in
that
a
has
position.
done? Do you know what that has done? You've given them the foundation.
Absolutely.
You've given them the tools to nail the recovery, to manage their schedule, to manage the logistics, to coordinate everything. So that when that opportunity comes, all parameters are naturally in place. The health subs, the cardio,
And it
the
also just builds,
lifestyle
it
factors.
just builds trust.
And trust.
Absolutely.
Because like any coach,
Sorry. I've got a funny.
was it?
No, well, I've got a story, but I want you to finish first.
Trust that creates trust.
I
issues.
want to finish first.
your turn.
Right. Okay. So, because it's quite funny now.
This better be fucking funny.
Well, no,
by
it's
the way.
not. It's not funny, but it's it's a unique example.
This one's going to be a knee slapper, boys and girls.
I will always put my foot down if I feel like someone is incompetent. If I feel like someone doesn't have the resilience, the maturity
Maturity's
to
a big
hold
one.
their end of the bargain when
Absolutely.
it comes to utilising PEDs, I will say no.
Absolutely.
Now, my client Lyle is going to fucking love this because he's been waiting for some form of shout out in the podcast. And out of the hundreds and hundreds of people that I've coached, okay, I would never give someone gear that wasn't holding end of the bargain. Now, when Lyle came on board, man, he was an absolute pain in the shitter. Lyle Walker. There's all
He's limitless, isn't he?
Aye, all talk.
Limitless Lyle?
Yeah. All talk.
He go dark side?
All talk, yeah, all talk. He was all talk,
Aye.
all this, all that. Couldn't be consistent at all, and we had some pretty hard conversations.
As you do.
Right,
Quite right.
And over time, he started to improve, man. Because I wasn't sure if he was going to stay with me, man. Because if people aren't holding their end of the bargain, I will apply a lot of fucking pressure to the point where they're probably going to feel uncomfortable. They're going to feel like I'm persistently challenging them.
Sink or swim in
The
it.
challenge is not to belittle. It's not to feel any two ways. It's just to say, look, motherfucker, if this is what you want to do, you need to realise that there's boys out there that do this shit day in day out for years on end, and they're the ones that are going to succeed. But if you're going to be arsing about, dude, your genetics aren't amazing, your platform's not the best, you know, you're trying to get blood from a stone, right? So everything needs to be fucking perfect. And he mentioned about going on gear, and I was like, ha ha! You're on that delusional, bro. You've been on that shit before I've even given you. And then I said to him, look, motherfucker, I was like, well, because he mentioned when he came on board, I was like, look, let's just see if we can do this diet, okay? And if you can show me your fucking balls, if you can get the work done, then we'll have a conversation. So he fronted up, he dialed in. It was the best progress that he made over that 8 to 12 week window.
Dangling a bottle of test in front of him the full 12 weeks.
Literally on the treadmill.
Come on, come get it.
The treadmill.
Yeah. Golden. We run his labs. His bloods were fantastic, and then we pulled the trigger, which again I would never do, but he held it into the bargain. And since then, mate, he has been
Dialed
a
in.
force, mate. And like I felt in my fucking balls. I said this to him. I was like, look, I don't know why I feel this, but I feel like for some reason you're the only person that can get away with this.
Aye.
And mate, he's just improved an absolute shed load.
Class.
An absolute fucking
Class.
shed load.
Class.
And
Love
mate,
to
do you know
see
what I like about him now, mate? Is the work that he's put into his business and it's showing. He had his first client shoot the other day, a girl who was up in
Epic.
Aberdeen. He was telling me he was stressed and anxious about it. And I said, look, bro, it's your first fucking shoot. You're going to
You're
feel
gonna
it,
be,
man.
100%.
And you're not going to have a clue what you're fucking doing.
Aye.
You're going to be looking up into how to
Trial and error.
But you won't be able to see what the fuck's happening. It takes time. So just chill out. You've done the work.
She'll look good.
You'll keep pushing your business, and I'm really fucking proud of him, man.
That's
really
amazing.
proud of him, man.
Good on him, man.
God,
Good
that
on
story
him.
was fucking hilarious,
So
actually.
it was good. Was that worth the breaking the conversation?
No, not really.
No, my point was, though, man, is that I
anyway.
would never usually
Aye.
do anything like
No,
that.
I'm with you. I'm 100%
You know,
with
I
you.
usually I'm really against it,
Definitely.
and I always put my foot down. And this is
Aye.
not an open invitation for anyone, because again, I need
It's an
to
open
make sure
invitation
it's
for
there.
everyone.
Everybody's like,
For
I'm going to
everyone.
Taylor, he'll just put you on gear.
Yeah, just approach him, give him a little cash envelope.
Definitely. You need to,
You're ready to rock.
ultimately prove yourself, don't
Yeah,
you, to a
cash would be
degree, man.
preferable, please.
Yeah,
You need to be sticking to the plan.
100%. Right, do you want to go
top
back
level.
to talking about what the fuck we were
Yeah,
doing?
so we're talking about
Go
like
on.
the things in place. So I think behaviours, maturity, blood work,
Goals.
financial security. How many boys do you see these days
not
Bro, it's
Why, though?
expensive.
putting themselves?
I'm not going to lie, though, right? This is a bit of a hot take, but like, depends whether you're taking steroids or you're just like, I want to take a little bit of test.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm not going
true.
to lie. If you want to take 250
Well, we're
mgs
going
of
balls
test,
deep.
It's £25
I'm not
a
talking
bottle.
about TRT
oh,
plus.
so we're talking like full send, full
Talking
speed.
to you.
Right, okay. Well,
10 IU a
if you're
GH.
going to do like a proper cycle, yeah, financially you need to think
Yeah.
about it. But in the same breath, a bottle of test ain't much. And if you
£25.
want to take 250 mgs of test
Aye.
to just feel a little bit better, get a little bit
Which it will
fuller,
do,
training
100%.
performance, like it goes a long fucking way. And keep on top of health subs, get your blood work done. And apart from that, it ain't that fucking expensive. Like unless you're running GH and all this crazy shit, then. But again, if we're talking
adds
like
up,
full
though.
speed,
And again, not to
Then, yeah.
not to glorify steroids as well. By the
They're
way,
amazing.
they are tremendous,
tremendous.
tremendous. But as well, like, yes, you can obviously push it to a degree. Well, you've seen it yourself with people. You look at some people and you're like, holy shit, they look a lot older. They've definitely taken years off their life.
Shout
But
out to
to a degree, it's
Shout out does.
shout out to Taylor. I'm kidding. People do.
Honestly, mate, see what I was in with Callum.
They can't believe it.
Yeah, so I was in at a boy
What
in the
is he
studio.
again? Just for
He's
the
20,
people.
27. So
No,
I was
you?
in, oh, I'm 28.
Wait, he
I'm
was
28.
27.
He was 27. No, he's 29. He was 29. So I was in this morning with one of Calvin's athletes just for some posing. Great physical man, a lot of potential. He's where he needs to be. And yeah, he told me his age, and he's like so youthful, so fucking youthful.
We
That's
look
what
like,
because
we
it's
look like we've had a
natural.
I know.
fucking tough paper round we do.
Oh,
Aye.
Christ.
To be fair, I don't think the steroids have aged me because I've not been taking them that long. But I think the sunbeds have massively done damage to me.
And stress.
I had stress as
The
well.
leather bag protocol.
And
That's
how?
that.
And so go on, tell me what you're up to this weekend. Sorry, I know. We kind of covered the blood work thing. I feel like there's not much more
Yeah,
to
I mean,
kinda go
just
there.
be sensible. Don't be a fucking idiot. Hire
Absolutely.
me, Calvin, or Taylor. You'll be set.
Yeah,
You'll
no,
be
do you know what, that's
safe.
actually a really good point.
I
Right?
hired a
'Cause
good coach.
we've never actually really, we don't really plug ourselves here at
No,
all.
we don't.
But like, we're all available for consults. We're all available for having a conversation. Like, if anyone wants to reach out to us,
Calvin's like, no, I'm not.
No more.
Mate,
I'm
it's
only
all right.
kidding.
Don't worry
I'll
about it.
love
Lindsay
Bring
does
on.
half his work for him anyway. So he just outsources
Ghostwriter.
it. It's fine. It's fine.
Just put a wig on Lindsay
know.
Shad's. Does my check-ins and everything for me.
I'd love to see her one of your hitting with your fucking
My
hair on.
hairpiece.
Yeah,
No,
that'd be
she
class.
just sits in the dark and puts on a voice.
Aye, that's it. Just can't you see me anyway when I'm doing my check-ins? I'm that dark.
But yeah, that is true. We're all
But
coaches.
then
We're
we
all
need to,
available.
like you can.
Or ask a question.
Because
Like,
people have been
and
messaging saying,
listen
"Oh, bro,
as
I
well.
love the podcast like this," and I'm like, "Well,
Aye,
if you guys
definitely.
want to interact, like we can,
And
we
not
can do
being
that."
big-headed or anything like that. That like
But we're
I've had
fucking
cli-
good, bro.
We are good.
We're geniuses.
How many clients come to you from other coaches and you're like, what
Yeah.
the fuck what have they done? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is this setup? What is this what kind of shit do they tell? A lot of people are very much, they haven't been out their way to educate themselves. Do you know what I mean? And further their development as a coach. And it's embarrassing from
That's
some of the things.
also,
I'm
sorry,
like, how
on
you?
that note, right? There's been fuck all seminars this year, man. Like
There
good
hasn't
ones.
been, man.
That's why I've been paying for mentoring.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple with Hilly. You've been doing.
I've done.
you're with
I've
Vicky.
done. Yeah, I've done. Well, I
Aye.
do monthly. I do weekly mentoring with Vicky. I've done a consult with Hilly and Josh McHale.
So if anyone wants lectures on carrots and veg, Blair's your
Shut
man.
your fucking puss. Bro, don't lie. I've been fucking teaching you some shit. Don't even fucking lie.
Mate,
Bro,
you're
he's
probably
talking.
Lindsay.
Don't
I
even
this,
fuck-
this is the first I've heard of it.
Don't even fucking lie.
Here, bro. I think the signals get a bit fucking breaking up.
No, good on you. Blaze, you're in a different sort of, somewhat of a different path just now in regards to a few changes. Can
Aye,
we touch on this?
I'm just fucking.
Aye, what the fuck is happening?
I'm just fucking vibing, bro. I'm
I
just.
don't think Blair knows.
You're having fun,
I don't
man.
think Blair
I'm not.
knows what's
I don't.
happening.
I don't really know, to be honest.
You're following the plan, but
I'm just existing at the moment, and I'm just like training, and I'm just trying to get myself into a good spot.
are
like,
you happy?
No, but
Would
it's
I say
fine.
that? But you're not happy?
Well, no, I just like I know where I can
Unfulfilled.
be,
Aye.
and I'm just not there. I'm
not satisfied.
and I'm just like, granted, like I think I said this on a podcast before, but like, I don't really care about my own bodybuilding. Like, I know I'm not going to beat Samson, so I'm not trying to get to the very top of bodybuilding. I know exactly where my physique can lie, second call outs, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm totally cool with that. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing it, but my priority is coaching.
Yeah.
And if that means that my bodybuilding eventually takes a back seat, like it will, and that's totally chill. But for now, I'm like, no, I'm still young-ish. I don't look it, but I am-ish. And like, I still want to push things a little bit.
Aye.
But right now, it's like, I've got a lot of shit going on. Like, my back's fucked, and my body's just not quite playing ball. And that's fine. But I think I know what to do. I'm going to speak to Vicky about it. And if we're not on the same page, then that's fine. I'll do my own thing, or I'll figure it out. But like, I kind of know which direction I want to go, and I'll make sure that decision is made regardless. It's a short career. It's a short, you know, activity to do. I mean, you can do it for years, but we all know the detriments of it.
I think not your biggest pitfall or anything such as that, but you've not had any good like windows of momentum at all, mate.
No,
you've not. Like, I'm not saying this to be shite or to make you feel any two ways, but like, I've not seen you have like a string of months of just success. It's always been like one step forward, one step back. You know, and then, mate, it's fucking frustrating, man. It's so frustrating.
See that.
Because,
but again, you don't sit there and complain about it.
Well, no, because like, there's other avenues you can, you know, there's other avenues that you can, you know, dilute yourself into and pour your efforts into.
Well, the thing is, coaching is busy, right? It's like, I've got loads of clients and I want to help them, and I want to drive that forward. That's why it's my full-time job. It's like, so like, I know my bodybuilding isn't going anywhere. But you are right. I've not been able to string together like consistent months. I don't want to fucking complain. I don't really give a fuck. No. Like, it is what it is, right? I've got a roof over my head. I'm happy with the position I'm in.
Yeah, your life is good.
My life is good. I have absolutely nothing to complain about. I love my life. The fact that I can do this shit is crazy.
It's amazing,
right? The fact that I can just
so blessed.
come to Glasgow on a whim, film a podcast, meet some people, do some shit. Like, I've got traveling the next like 5 weeks coming up. Every weekend I'm away.
That's amazing.
That's like
doing what you love.
I was working full time a year and a half ago, sitting in an office with my fucking thumb up my arse, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna."
You're a broadcast.
I was a broadcast bitch.
Yeah, you're a broadcast bitch. A year from now, year and a half, bro. This guy was getting ready to fucking start bloody being a bouncer and go to bloody Dubai and do this and do that.
That's incredible.
He was telling me he was applying to Tesco and all sorts.
I've actually done that, John.
Bro, I'm the champion of stacking shelves because I'm tall. You know what I mean?
Wow,
but no,
that's what I'm saying. Though, like, my point is, though, man, is you've made, even though the bodybuilding haven't been mega productive, right?
You're still progressing your physique.
I know. That's what
you're still moving forward.
Pisses me off, man.
Like, you've literally just trained this morning.
Is it he does this
progress.
and he looks insane, and then it's like he can't see how good he is. Like, I always say to him, he always chat shit. He's just like us.
Second call out champion, boys and girls.
That's about that's about to be dismissed going into 2026. That's me.
I'll be third call out champion. Come on, the boy.
Not at all. First call out, front and centre, first place.
Yeah, I'll just have to pick a show with loads of folk in it. Yeah, class. Anyway, enough about me. What's going on with you two? What's been going on? Calvin, you're settling down a little bit now because Lindsay's sort of finished, and you've got more coming up.
Down. I just constantly.
Thank fuck you've got a bit of a break, man.
I know.
How many weekends have you got free?
I mean, I've got about 18 photo shoots coming up, so it's non-stop with that.
To be fair though, like photo shoots are
good, man. But I'm still going to be on it just as much as I am. Aye, 100%. So it's just
only you had a really cool gym that you could potentially do some photo shoots in, eh?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because actually by the time that's cast about, the majority of people already know Levels, Cumbernauld, mine, and my good friend as well, my business associate, my man, Kev as well. Our gym is opening very, very soon.
Come on.
By the time this cast is out, in fact, you know what? I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot.
No dates.
Because a lot of people are like, why do you know me? Why do you know me? Everybody who's asked about the gym and why it's not open yet, you will quickly understand when you go in and see the size of this place.
It's enormous.
And the amount of snagging that needs done. It's absolutely huge. So, but it'll be worth it when it opens. But
live podcast in the gym?
It's coming. Absolutely. 100%.
There you go.
100%.
It's just so much room as well, though.
It's ridiculous the amount of space.
There's loads of opportunities for like seminars, things like that.
We'll have a.
You've done a great job.
It's going to be a special place, man.
Like, and it's going to be cool once it's all.
It's going to be special, so it is.
I can't wait for it, man.
Levels.
So it'll be good because we can plug the hell out of the
Absolutely,
day
man.
here.
100%.
All that sort of stuff. Try and get some good buzz for it.
We're going to try and get
Because there will be a big open day, man. You know, I think Calvin and I spoke about.
Mate, I feel like, do you not feel like messaging's like Samson or something like that? Apparently
I mean,
he's
so
like
Samson, but Samson does do appearances, but he's like 5 bags.
Is he?
Is that all?
I pay
To be fair, it's
The
it's
amount
a
I've
lot,
spent
but
this
like,
gym.
Thing is, you could probably get. I bet you we could speak to people that we know and they'd come up for sure.
Aye. That's what I think, man. Like,
Bro, I reckon if I messaged Nathan Styles, he'd be like, "Fuck yeah!"
Aye.
He'd be like, "Let's fucking
yes,
do
big
it."
dog.
He'd be like,
even-
"Yes,
what's his
big
name?
dog."
Do you know, I'd like to get up. What's his name? Nathan Dash. I'd love to get him up.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
So cool, wouldn't it? People be terrified of him, but
Oh
wouldn't they?
mate, yeah.
But
you can add,
you
lad?
do, I reckon you do. You know, do a big open day.
Aye.
Fucking
Well, that's what's coming. That's what plans.
yeah.
And
No
the
dates yet, everyone. So
You're going to be a part of it. They're going to be doing a wee bit in regards to the open day.
yeah.
Yep.
Um,
I'm looking forward to it, man. I said to Calvin that I would help out and do a little bit of a kind of posing seminar.
Aye. We've got Abby who's going to be doing like a female posing seminar. Taylor who's going to be doing a male one.
Can we get a men's physique boy in?
Aye,
I'll do it, guys.
You
That's
got to do
fine.
men's
Aye, don't worry about
Blair's
it.
doing a men's. I'm going to say Dylan.
Something like that.
Dylan's good.
Yeah, yeah.
And Big Dog's helping us out there. He's got to be getting
Pit
some
stop will be
content in the
there.
day.
Pit stop will be there.
Fat batch,
Fat
if
batch, you're
possible.
going to
We're
be
gonna-
fucking there.
We're gonna get that. If even Mike don't want to do it, I was going to suggest to them that like
Buy a shit ton of batches.
I'll just get a fuckload in.
Mate,
and
see
just,
if,
amazing.
honestly, dude, see when more people down in this neck of the woods are exposed to that, man. Oh,
Absolutely.
mate. Because the issue, see, when you get like a fucking cookie box or something, it's just like so sweet.
Mate,
mate.
it's
It
too
feels like I've
much.
just dipped my
Fat
teeth
batch is
in.
nice on the gut,
Oh,
which can be
bro.
dangerous because I could probably scan about 10 of them because it's light on the gut. Whereas
They
when you
are
have
light.
like a cookie box, you're like, ugh. Like your stomach actually feels in.
No, I
in
think
the
you-
nuts.
And you've been enjoying some good eats because your missus is done. How was your sushi, brother?
Aye, so last weekend when Lindsay, after
I was
she,
fucking raging, boys, because I messaged
Oh,
Calvin the
bro.
other day and I was like, right, Blair's
feel
over.
bad.
We get a boys' night and get some grub, and then he fucking sacked us for his
Next
missus.
time
He only,
when you're
he's,
down-
only engaged her.
I've only waited 30 weeks to have a meal with her.
Oh, fucking selfish bastard.
I've been waiting
No,
way
I've
more
actually
than
got to
30
give it
weeks to have a meal with you.
True.
So
We've not, well, we had one pre-night at the Granite,
aye, we
didn't
did.
we?
That
I
was
suppose.
lovely.
Oh, that was
But
class,
that was
actually,
nice, aye. But we'll definitely get that hooked in. Aye, so we went for an off-plan day. Off-plan day, which I say to my clients. It's an off-plan meal, not an off-plan day. Have that meal, that's it, crack on with it. But me and Lindsay had an off-plan day on last Sunday. It was after the two bros, when she took the overall. And
yes,
then-
sir.
What a G.
Unbelievable.
That was such a beautiful moment, man.
One of the judges messaged her, and Big Justin as well, messaged her as well. She was like, go and do pro qualifiers and stuff like that. I was like, calm your ass. She would, if she was to go into pro qualifier just now, I know for a fact it would be, she would just be making
she's
the
more
lineup.
muscle,
She'd be
that's
making
it.
the lineup. Do you know what I mean? She's a bit more time. So we went and had a nice off-plan day after a period of time, and I'm not going to lie to you, we went to
So what was it?
Grow Coffee, Dynamite, and then we literally just kind of went and picked wee bits from different places. So we went to
The thing is like you never
Cinnabon.
actually want
Bro,
big.
aye.
You just want little.
Just
enough.
wee things,
He
aye.
used to fucking hate me after a show, man, because I'd be like, right, bro.
I hate him now,
Can we
but-
get this, and then can I just like have
Go
a bite
everywhere.
and then give you another bite?
Because you want to still be cautious.
'Cause I just-
you
I
want to
just
be
want a
cautious.
little bit.
Aye.
And he would.
But that's a good thing to have as well.
I remember
but-
post up like, all right, bro, I'll
Aye.
get some pop chips. He'd be like, fucking pop chips. What the fuck is that? Get a
87
real
calories.
crisp.
And then he was
Get a
like,
real
oh,
crisp.
I'll maybe have some Halo Top. I was like, oh,
I
do me
know,
a
I
fucking
know.
favour.
Bro, I do that as well,
Halo
man.
Top is
It's
pish,
just because
but-
Halo
Do you know
Top
what
is
one is
pish.
goated? Is the have you tried the reduced calorie Ben and Jerry's?
I've not. You
No.
spoke to him about this.
Mate, it's way better.
Full speed.
Full speed.
All the calories.
It's like I look at the tub.
No
man,
backing
I'm like,
down.
1,200 calories in that tub.
Yeah, but you know what's better? See if you just take the tub and don't look at the
Don't
calories.
look it up. You're right. You better not look
But
it
then
up.
they don't count.
They don't count.
Just a tip for
Consumption
everyone
out of fresh
there.
air. I'll remember that.
But it's been nice getting a catch up with your missus.
It's been amazing.
it's-
She was so present during prep as well,
Aye.
bro. I can't lie. See, like me, man, see the last 4 weeks or 5 weeks, saying I've not prepped in a very long time. But even just when we've dieted down and gone pretty lean, I start to hide away, man. I'm starting to just be like, just finish my meal, get to my bed. But she was just so present. It was like, I was like, are you
I
okay,
think it's a
man?
woman thing,
It is,
mate.
mate.
Birds
The
can just
demand on
grizz
them,
it, man.
they can.
Look, Joanna is
got higher pain thresholds than we do.
She's got her job. She's got her Pilates. But mate, she's doing
lot of
like
shit.
she's doing 50 minutes of cardio a day, 13,000 steps. She's got a very sedentary job. She's just going all the time, man. And it's
She's sound, aye. She's,
mate, but, I mean, she's
unchanged.
nippy. She's fucking. She's
Aye,
nippy.
they're gonna be a wee bit.
She's
Aye.
nippy. She's nippy. But like she's doing amazing.
Yeah.
She sent me pictures this morning. She looks fucking.
She looked insane.
Oh, mate, she
Big
looks
up,
great.
Joanna. Come on.
She looks great,
Come
man.
on, then.
But like I genuinely find it really inspiring, mate.
Aye. No, it truly is, man.
And like we're supposed to be like again, I really hope I don't offend anyone here, but like as a man, as a male, as the breadwinner of the house. I want to be that supportive role.
Absolutely.
No, but I want to be like, I want to take care, man. Do you know what I mean? And if I've got this wee pocket rocket who's fucking triumphing through a prep and I'm sat there like, oh my God. It's like, come on, bro.
Bro, I know, I kid you not, I had all these best laid plans for Lindsay. I was like, I'm going to prep her meals and she's going to prep, I'm going to do this for her, I'm going to do that for her. I'm not kidding.
No time.
Like, bro, there wasn't, she was fucking doing my washing and whatnot, but don't get me wrong, towards the last few weeks and stuff, I was making her meals on peak week and stuff, I was getting everything ready for her. But she's genuinely been amazing, same as John.
She's very bubbly. Like, Lindsay's very bubbly anyway. I've not known Lindsay like super long, but like she's very bubbly. You can see her stories.
But it's a choice though, man.
Yeah. That
is a choice.
Do you know what? You're right, man. It's a choice how you look at things, because there's people who are pregnant at the same time. It's all messaging or saying.
I'll look at something. I'm walking away and I'm like,
you don't even fucking try.
Good.
You don't even try. Don't even
What,
pretend.
prep?
Aye.
Is it going to easy? I've never watched you prep.
No. I mean like when you're feeling it, everyone knows you're feeling it. Every cunt knows that Taylor is struggling for one day.
Oh shit.
He's like, I put on a brave face.
I've not been coached off a Taylor yet. He's been in prep neither. So
I'm fine.
Looking forward to the service declining.
I get better the deeper into it.
I mean, we used to phone each other at like 4:30 or 5 in the morning whilst we're out for walks, because we're just like, both of us are just wired to the moon. I'm just like
10,000 water charges deep.
Go. And I'm just fucking straight out for a walk. He's texting me like, you up? I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm up. It's fucking dark. Do you know what I mean? We're just on the phone.
But I love that shit.
It's so good when you're in that sort of prep groove, like that productivity is
side,
fucking mental.
So good,
man. You just feel wired all the time. You probably are wired all the time. But
you definitely are. You don't. You're 100% are. Like, I think when you get to prep, see when you start pulling everything out on prep, I honestly think that wired feeling, it does. I think it definitely 100%, for me anyway. It comes from like the lipolytics and that are in. Like you feel.
You don't like Claire at all.
I actually don't think it comes from the lipolytics. Like. Solely.
So the productivity side of things, I think it is literally just reductions in food, feeling more empty, hunger drives productivity, stuff like that, 100%. But
try to fill your time.
It's also like having those goals. Like every day you're like, I have 12,000 steps, I have 30 minutes of cardio. It's like writing these things down and having them there, being like, well, I need to make time for all of this shit.
So I looked into this on prep, and essentially like an internal reward system scheme. So whenever we write a task and we tick a box, there's a host of biochemical interactions that occur and feel good hormones, and that's what keeps the body moving.
Serotonin.
So when you look into prior cases of military studies, people in like fucking trauma, like high trauma situations, they look at like how they can go around like reframing and finding hope and resilience. And the reward schemes, things like the writing, singing,
and that makes you want more.
I did a lot of singing.
Yeah,
I didn't do a lot of singing.
Yeah, man.
In the shower.
I could stay awake just to hear you, baby.
A bit of
I just sang Creed for 6 months in prep.
Creed.
Oh, me now.
Is that what you go for? I go for like the actual legit.
Bro, I was staying.
Do you think it's a bit shy how you can't pick a posing song?
Mate, that breaks my heart.
What would you pick?
Can we just cover how shite the tan was at Two Bros, by the way?
And
can we cover what you did for Lindsay? Because a lot of people
you're tanning me when I next
so
compete.
Good, mate.
Without quite.
So good.
Tanning
just
legit.
Aye, 100%.
It's every single one of them that walked out. The girl actually said it. She was on a.
I sounded like a broken record. I was like, what's up with this fucking tan?
What's going on? Kerry Sexton said it. As soon as Lindsay walks out, Kerry Sexton done a review of it, and Lindsay walked out, and Kerry Sexton done, well, she's definitely got the best tan on stage. I was like, she's the only one that
looked like the only one that had a tan
on. Aye, the tan was terrible at the Two Bros show,
get brought?
and it was pro. No, was it pro? I think it was pro tan.
Was it?
I seen backstage. Sorry,
there was a pro tan tent backstage. To be fair,
aye. So that's what I'm 100% sure.
Damn.
I've got a video of Lindsay drizzling honey. I'm sure.
But yeah, Lindsay looked like the only person with a tan on stage.
100%.
It's fucking crazy.
It was crazy, and that's why I always say, like, since I done my
Calvin is available for tanning services. By the way,
my first client that I tanned was.
It's called CRM Tans.
CRM Tans, come to me. Was Daniel last year, and I was like, "This looks absolutely incredible."
Good, eh?
Bro, you're 100. I'm not even joking when I say it.
It's so easy, honestly. In fact, I give away the tip.
No, don't. No, stop talking. Stop talking. You can sell that for millions. Stop talking.
It's not hard though, man.
It's practical.
It's not hard.
It smooths over. You've got the mitt. Everything dries in nice and even.
Calvin, stop talking. You're giving away industry secrets.
Sorry. You can DM me and I'll charge you for more advice on tanning.
He's already charged me, fucking bastard. But yeah, she looked mint. She looked mint, and the tan was perfect, and the peak was great.
And that's something as well, man. Is see if you guys are making all these massive trips and you're trying to save money, do your own fucking tan, man.
Do your own tan.
Just make sure that your
Takes so much
coach
stress. Don't need to go back and forth.
isn't a fucking idiot and knows what he's fucking looking at. Because if you go too dark or too light, then you've just shot yourself in the dick.
But definitely don't worry when you get your second coat of tan. You will look shite under every light apart from the stage lights.
It is so hard.
It's so patchy.
It's horrible, mate.
It's
Because you get your first coat and you're like, I'm
you look
fucking
great.
amazing. And then you put the second coat on, you're like, I look like I've rolled down a hill.
You just look washed
and you're
out
like,
and
oh,
shit
this is
and
fucking
packed.
not it.
It's horrific. That's the scary part as well. See, the first time I done that and I put my
Same. I was like,
mate,
what's happened? And then they go under the lights and you're like, oh.
Aye, thank God.
Oh, thank
I was like,
Bro, I
he
remember
walked
sending
out
photos
after
to
his tan, I
Cuba.
was, why does
And
it
Cuba
look
was
so
like, bro, we've got a problem. I was like, don't fucking say that. He was like, you look like you've had your second coat of tan. I was like, oh, well, I have. He was like, all right, okay, you're fine then. I was like, bro, why the fuck are you doing that shit to me?
Aye.
I was like, motherfucker.
See, I didn't know it was a thing, and now when I've obviously found out for myself and thought, why does my client look like shit? Then people started talking more about once that second dark coat goes on, they look terrible under any lighting. It's just one of the things.
Apart from the stage lights,
Except for the
everyone
stage
looks
lights.
fucking crap.
Aye. You're right.
So don't panic, everyone. You'll be fine.
Aye.
And then Taylor, what have you been up to? Anything exciting, big
Talk
dog?
taste, tea, talk taste.
Nothing, man. I've just been plodding on. Something that I've, obviously since my kind of shows, my plans have kind of started to become a little bit more concrete from next year. I've had a bit of like a kind of like internal shift, which has been quite nice. For so long, like focus so heavily on business. But I cap my numbers at a certain number, so I don't take on more than that. So I'm at that threshold. Had a couple of people leave. I just filled the spaces, which has been amazing. So stress for me right now is probably the lowest it's been in a while. I'm not trying to chase more. I'm actually just really fucking pleased at every single body that I've got in the team just now. And if there's someone that's maybe not holding the end of the bargain, they'll probably leave soon. I'll just bring someone else in.
Who's your favourite client?
Oh, I can't be telling you. I've actually got a lot of fucking amazing guys right now. And I was having a conversation. I know, but you're like my brother though, man. I was having a conversation with one of my boys, Callum, and he was saying, I was like, look, see, if you look at the team, there's not really many fannies because I will just cherry pick. Like if I'm not interested in that person, I don't need to have them on board. I want to have boys that I wake up and I'm excited because I was having a conversation with Cole and Ryan. They came to Fletcher the other day for a session, a catch up. I got to look at them afterwards, both bang on the ball. And I was like, look, I'm quite strategic with how I place my check-ins. So Wednesday for me can be a bit of a drag, but I make sure and post or position a lot of my killers, the ones that are really excited and full of life in the Wednesday, because that just picks me up, man. And that's what I'm like just now, man. It's like I'm not pulling up a check and I'm like, oh, here we go. Right, okay, well, come on, get excited for this. It's like I gently pull up a check and I'm like, I get to look at these people. I get to tell them what to do. I get to manage everything. What I'm doing is working. Right now I've got this beautiful balance of my bodybuilding and my own coaching. I'm fucking happy, man.
Yeah.
But I know there's still opportunity for me to try and just chill out a little bit more.
You got a lot better with it though. See, a year ago, you were a fucking pain in the arse.
Mate,
In regards to
just constant, I'd come through and he's just constantly on his phone, constantly doing this, constantly, and I'm like, I get it because businesses don't grow by accident. And I'm totally on board with that. But at the same time, if you don't give yourself an opportunity to switch off, you are going to fucking burn out.
For example, yesterday, and this is why I fucking love having both you boys, man. You boys are my closest mates, man. And just having time when we can go and chill out. Even just thinking back to Granite when we're all just sat at yours, Jacob, the two of us,
just chilling.
we're just fucking shooting the shit, eating some fucking sushi.
Yeah,
so good, man.
It's so rare for us to all get the chance to do this and spend time together. But I was saying to Blair yesterday, I was like, when he came down, I was like, bro, I fucking needed this. Because,
it's been around that person. I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
I don't think. See, when I'm with you boys, it's like, oh man, I'm just
switch off.
I'm just home. I'm just chilling with the boys. I'm not thinking about
100%.
this thing here or what that person's doing. I'm just having a good chat with you, and I always leave feeling just
refreshed.
I feel good, mate. I feel fulfilled. I feel happy, and I never have a conversation with you guys where I feel like.
We're all in the
I always
same
feel like I
wavelength.
get something from being around you guys.
You don't want to be around energy sponges.
I never want to take.
Look,
I'm not your fucking mate because of what you guys have and what you guys offer me. I just fucking love you both. But I don't feel like
it's beautiful.
It's I just feel better with myself, and I learn a lot from you guys as well. I know you guys learn so much from me, of course.
Definitely. You surround yourself with people. It helps. It really does help a lot, man.
But having weekends
people.
like this, though, man, where I can just
switch off.
It's part of the reason. It's part of the reason why I want to come down though.
Aye.
Like my circle down south has grown quite considerably, and I think the more bodybuilding shows you go to, the more people get to know who you are. And like I've noticed this year is the most that people have.
Also, I wish they could vape in here, man. Because I'm trying to vape, man.
Halftime vape.
No, fuck that. Come on, boy, we're strong,
Anyway.
boys. We're strong. But like,
Lead from the front.
Lead from the
full
front.
speed. The more connections that you build, and those good connections that you build, like we've become pretty close over the last
Unbelievable.
sort of 6 to 9
talking
months.
to you about. I actually think I sent you a beautiful voice note last week, didn't
You
I?
did,
About
you
how
did.
much I bloody love you. And like I say, if I didn't jump on board with you, probably wouldn't have. I'd maybe known you through like just social media and whatnot, and just being in the same.
Even the way I
sort of
met
realms.
him was just the most random and obscure fucking way.
It's beautiful, isn't it? But
Do you know what I mean? It's just
they
like
typically stem to be the best relationships. Do you know what I mean? And I know
people,
exactly what you're
people would
talking
probably
about.
think that me and him have known each other for like 10 plus years.
Aye,
Like,
these are very close.
When was your first show again? The one you won that?
22 or 23.
Is that when it?
That's when we met. Yeah,
Aye,
It was,
And
it
it's
was like
that's
2, it was
now.
like 2 weeks post show. Yeah.
Must be about 4 years.
Nice.
3, 4 years ago. Yeah.
3, 4 years ago.
Nah, man, you seem as if you have known each other for the relationship between you've got is. I'm actually quite jealous. I wish I was a wee bit closer. But
That's why we're doing
okay.
this.
Come on, boys. Oh, you're
I
too
wonder-
far.
Oh, there's no way I can fucking reach. I got long arms, but I'm not that fucking long.
do the thing, the Michelangelo painting. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, they'll have that as
Do you know
well.
what I'm talking about?
That's a good. That's a
Aye.
good fucking. I'll be sat here like.
That's the.
It's the cup chair,
thumbnail.
mate. It's the cup chair. It's the cup
We'll get
chair.
Sat here
this
with
one
my
next
fucking
I
dick
feel
in my
like you
hand.
probably could
Sounds
maybe
sort of
have.
true,
Maybe you should
remember.
have like a wee coffee table or something.
Mate,
Also, you know what I was saying to him? I wish I could play poker.
I used
do
to
not
play
think it would
poker.
be so classy.
It's
boys.
such a
I
cool-
don't smoke cigars, man, but like smoke a big fat J though.
Yes,
But,
sir.
like, I just having the boys round and we chill out one night after a busy week.
I'll bring sunglasses,
Yeah.
cap down.
Yeah,
Not speaking to one another.
Yeah, Jacob could bring the pass.
That
I'll be
would
like,
Is Jacob about that life?
Oh, nah, is he fucked?
No.
He better not be, man. He's fucking.
He better not be.
He's a bloody heat case half the
getting
time,
fucking-
so that's the last thing he needs. Christ. He'd be getting
God,
murdered if I
yeah.
found out he was doing that.
I
But
have a
anyway,
poker in common. Right, do you want to touch on
should
a
we
few?
do some questions?
Yeah, I think we should do it.
Come on, the
Right,
boys.
Let's go speed
Before
round
Taylor's like,
style.
one more thing, I've got fucking.
Are you sorry? No, we'll crack on. That's what the
so
time's
you
for.
guys go first.
Should we just go really blitz these out speed round? Right.
You guys have more questions than me, so
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We'll do one
I'm
each.
just going to let you start from scratch, right? So, that's actually my client. In fact, do you know what? I'm not going to say their name because there's a question they might not want me to say their name.
yeah.
How long should you be training before considering PEDs? Now, let me just
One
say,
day.
in regard,
Next.
no, you take the
Oh, sorry,
PEDs
zero days.
as
And then
you
you
start
train.
training. Go and get them, then get your gym membership.
6 months
Bro,
on.
there's a boy at my gym. There's a boy at my gym. But he's fucking hilarious. He's a wee man, but he's a great lad. And he does that every time he stops training for a bit. He's like, I'm starting training, so I'm just going to take a wee shot of training before I come.
And then go.
And he just takes a shot and then goes and trains.
Bro, I'll
class.
tell you about one of
Oh,
my
does it-
clients, and if he's watching this, I'll not say he is. He was on trend for a year. 1 year, he was injecting trend.
Just Tren?
Just 100 milligram a week.
get a signal from
No,
Nathan
no,
Diasha?
test as well, test base. And I was like, mate, that is not. You can't be doing that. That's
How's
not
his
good,
bloods?
mate. His bloods were amazing. I was like, what is going on?
So keep going.
It's like, keep,
Are you sure that's
just
what
stay
you're
on.
talking about
I'm
yourself?
looking on. I said, right, we'll pull out the trend for a bit, mate. Right, let's pull out for a bit. But aye.
But the answer is
You know,
there
you know
isn't
who you
really
are.
a time
I'm
limit.
amazed. Aye, so in terms of your question, it's going to come down to you as an individual. And can I just say the client of mine that is asking here is extremely dialed in, made a shit ton of progress.
He's extremely fucked.
So basically, you'd be in a position to take them there. It's going to come down to you as an individual. How dialed in are you? Is it like you could still? How long should you be training for before you consider PEDs? Well, alongside training, how shit is your training? Is it leveled up? Are you sticking to your diet? It depends on the individual and how invested they have been and the progress they have made without PEDs. I don't believe there's any specific timeline. And also, if you are potentially, I think that's a big one to take into consideration as well. If you're potentially at a younger age and you are considering it and you see potential within your physique to go far, like, you'd probably be more so in a position to say, for somebody, for example, like Conor Lauder, he would be wasting time because he knows he's going to be pro.
Yeah.
He's putting him in at a young age because he knows where he's going to be able to get to. Whereas I think if somebody's got huge potential at that age and they are considering it, and you're like, I don't want to go far in the natural game, maybe like Josh Campbell, who's like, he's got potential, but he's going far in the natural game.
That's,
Like, if
like,
you
I
put
was
it in
pretty
early
much
because
like
you
that.
know your goals are big, but you know as well you are so dialed in.
Yeah.
Like, you're very much in a position to take it and take it safely, of course. Invest in a coach such as me, Taylor or Blair.
Yes, sir.
So I wouldn't say there's any kind of specific timeline. It's going to come down to how dialed in on you. But a lot of people say, 2 or 3 years training before potentially jumping on, which is a good reference point. And to be honest, for you to be dialed in,
it's not a
probably
bad
going to
shout.
be about 1 to 3 years of being truly dialed in before you decide to jump on. A lot of people as well
Gives you an
will say,
opportunity to
"Don't
improve the
compete."
nutrition, improve the training, improve your sleep, learn
Absolutely.
some shit. Once you've learned some shit,
What about competing as a natural first? Do you think
don't
this?
think it fucking
It doesn't
matters,
matter,
to be
does it? In my opinion, doesn't matter.
if anything, you could compete as a natural.
It depends what your goals are, man.
And then rematch.
It depends. What your
It does
goals
depend
are.
on your goals.
And like it depends on the quality of the person. Now,
Yep.
it's our job to interpret whether or not the goals this individual has actually means that much. I mean, usually their actions will dictate that, right? You know, we'll see it.
Absolutely.
They don't need to tell us. We'll just see it through their
You'll
behaviours
see
and
it.
actions.
You'll know.
It goes back to what you said though about having a client and being like, if you can do this thing, this 6 months, this year of where you can show me and prove to me that you are capable of this,
Then we'll consider
then
it.
I will open that door and say, this is a conversation we can have. But until you can prove those things to me, fuck off.
Aye.
Like go and do all the other shit that you need to
Absolutely. Well, said client has more than proven that and made some serious progress. So,
do. Insert trend.
Green light as a go. Will I jump
so that's
into
one.
one?
You go to eat.
Right, so this is a good question. I feel like mostly blokes listen to this, but again, I feel like this could still like cover both avenues. So, can you chat about the in-between drugs if a female doesn't want anabolics yet? So, as far as I'm concerned, the in-between drugs is going to be the kind of assisted, unassisted route.
Polyforms, aye.
So that would be your L-carnitines, your metformins, your telmisartans. Could you argue things?
Growth hormone?
suppose- Would you
say
say
growth
That would,
hormones.
that,
It's not
takes,
directly
that, takes you, that would
anabolic.
take you out of the
Growth
natural
hormone.
scene though.
I would take that would you cannot if you're taking like metformin, telmisartan, not L-carnitine, clenbuterol and stuff like that, which does obviously spike the top halfway, which can lead to significant progress for a female. So it can especially with muscle retention.
I would probably put Clen out with that bracket.
Aye.
I
Think so?
I think like main thing like peptide, main thing like injectable amino acids.
I thought
Why
they were
don't,
doing,
why don't
like,
you just
something
separate it and
muscle
say like
stuff.
your
I
engineered
thought they were
shit.
against like anything that's
That's the
maybe
thing though, mate, is it seeing that
causes
federations now?
sterilisation.
They won't even allow some
pretty-
injectables to
That's
be even
crazy,
layered in
man.
now.
It's crazy.
You know, things like your Himbine was accessible. I don't
such a
think
good
some
area.
places can't use that now. Look, I'm not going to lie,
shit.
right? Like, see, when it comes to in-between stuff,
Don't
there's
risk
a
it.
reason why it's the in-between
Yeah,
stuff.
aye.
It's 1%. Absolute most.
Now, the thing is, look, is in this game, it's absolutely a game of margins. But if I'm being entirely honest with you, mate, I think you're better off just fucking nailing your recovery strategies and your intake.
Nah, definitely.
100%.
Genuinely, man.
You're right, man. But if you
You know,
would
maybe
talk-
run some labs, see if there's maybe anything out a little bit.
absolutely.
The thing is, you'll be able to run blood work, look at that blood work, and go, right, this is what I can do to improve X, Y, and Z. This will get these things up. Like, people seem to think it's like a fucking fallacy to be like, I can look at blood work, take supplements, and improve things. It's like, you absolutely fucking can. Like, of course you can. And you don't have to be like, I think I need injectable L-carnitine. It's like,
No.
does it help? Yeah. It's like,
Nah, you're right. It's like it's percentages, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
man?
like if you're gonna,
Like,
if
all
you're
But
this
at the
stuff
same
is
time,
percentage.
if you're
You're not going-
loading up a barrel with something, you're about
Yeah.
to jab your arse, your delt, you're
Just put steroids on it.
yeah,
You
you're
are
gonna
not
go
gonna make,
down
aye.
that road anyway.
again, I know it sounds like an arsehole, but like the in between stuff's in between for a reason.
It's because it's not going to get you what you
It's
want.
a waste of
A lot-
money, but
in my
it's
opinion,
just-
yes.
It's worth it. You know what?
100%.
Buy a fucking bottle of L-carnitine from Riz.
Aye.
Try it. See if you like it. If you like the way it makes you feel, tremendous.
Aye.
If you don't like the way it makes you feel, get rid of it. Give it to someone
100%.
else.
You're
Give it
right.
to me.
You will get nothing. So for maybe a female who's like, oh, I maybe want to go, we'll call it semi-assisted, maybe down the route of things that don't viralise and whatnot, like see your metformins, telmisartans, growth hormones.
it does not.
Like
It does.
genuinely, that stuff is going to be a fraction of
You're
the
not gonna
percentage
notice
of
it, mate.
what
Yeah.
like 10 milligram of Anavar would do. Like that's going to change.
Would you
That's going to do a lot to your physique.
Because I did actually notice good efficacy with SLU for my fat loss and
Yeah, it
cognitive
wouldn't be
performance. See, if
bad.
I've got a heavy work day, right, and it's a rest day as well when I feel a bit draggy, I'll bang in some SLU in the morning, usually about like between 500 and 700 micrograms. And I know some people usually call it like 4, they'll divvy it to 2, but like
I think
I
5's
can
nice.
tolerate it quite well around the 6 to 7. I think I'll be doing about 6. And I find like it's kind of suppressed my appetite, but I don't know if that's because cognitively I'm a little bit more focused and
aye.
aware, so it's just forgotten about it in a sense.
Thought of food isn't there. No, definitely. I do think. I still think, but it's like the marginal in comparison to what you're going to see from taking these things, in comparison to what you're going to see from taking actual steroids. It's going to blow it right out of the
Please
water.
stay away from natural fat burners, man. Fucking
No,
waste of
it's
money.
just riddled we can't. You're getting yourself a heart attack. That's
You're,
worse
just,
than
you're,
Clinton.
just, you're literally just sweating your tits off,
That's
mate.
literally what you're doing.
And if that
You're-
makes, to be fair though, if that makes you fucking feel good and that makes you feel like you're
Might have
working
a
hard,
psychological
fill
thing,
your
right?
fucking
Something
boots.
that I do want to be a little
Pit
bit more
stop,
aware of
2 out
during my
of
next
10,
prep
2
is
out of
going to be
10,
the
2 out of 10.
deployment of stimulants. I want to see if I can keep them back a little bit, man, because I've been throughout that diet there. I actually only kept on 40 micrograms of clen. Usually I'll taper up to maybe 80. The highest I've ever been is 120 micrograms. I know you can go beyond that, but I've never had to go. But I actually got really good return just with the 40 static.
I think you get to a point of it where you start to feel like shit.
I get less of a dump.
It's a stressor as well. So you put so much of that shit in, your body can actually go in the opposite direction. Just so much stress being upon the body. I mean, you put 20 microgram in at me, I'm like,
I was speaking to our mate Billy, and he was saying the same. His stimulant use has been drastically lesser. And he said the quality of his sleep has been better. He said the quality of his recovery has been better. I think people just forget how overwhelming that pathway is going to be, man, just in regards to recovery.
Right.
But I understand why people do it, because it puts
Keeps
a bit
us
of
afloat, man.
Aye, it puts a fucking
does make you-
bandage in the area. But
Absolutely.
then I think you're just making the situation worse, potentially.
Yeah, I think down the line it can be, especially when you start looking at, when you are ramping up the dosages of those things.
Yep.
It eventually it's like any drug,
Especially
really.
more like modafinils and all that as well.
You feel that, man.
But it's like-
If I take that, like
I
I'm
feel like 3 o'clock,
Modafinil's-
4 o'clock.
Aye, and it's like a calm
Modafinil's
down,
wild,
mate.
eh?
Headache for hell. It's crazy. Don't get me wrong, the morning productivity, but later on that day, you're just like, I feel trash. Like a hangover feels as if it's
between.
kicking in.
Bro, I
Horrible,
took a fucking whole modafinil once. I hadn't taken it in ages, and I totally forgot that I normally split
full
them up.
one.
And bro, I just fucking nailed.
Remember on prep, your stomach was fucking cooked. I used to do that, man.
For the modafinil?
On prep.
Is it fuck your GI?
I wake up in the morning. It's fucking stupid, mate. It's stupid. This is.
But you're not thinking straight. It's just like, get me through this day. When
The
you
reason
get to that
behind it
point.
is because I know it would upset my stomach and it would trash my appetite for the day. And so I would just take it and my stomach would be in bits. But
Modafinil does that to your stomach, right?
I would be like, I'm not hungry. Fuck
Aye.
it.
It's crazy. You will actually.
But the thing
go
is,
to
it's like
extremes.
I'm not in the right frame of mind then, because
Aye.
going to equate to some degree of inflammatory build-up. It's
No,
going to
you-
translate
you-
into the
yeah.
physique.
Yep.
You wonder the next
Gonna
day why
impact the look.
you're up a kilo.
Yeah.
You're like,
You
oh,
know?
why am I up a kilo? But I was on rest day food and I didn't have this to do and that
But
to do.
again,
And
mate, like I'm so blessed for the experience, and I'm so blessed for the knowledge that I have, and the awareness that I now have to reflect back
Mate,
on
absolutely.
shit.
Yes,
Because
sir.
now
Because
you
every
can
prep that
deploy
I've done,
that.
I've got better, and I used to operate it better.
And now you're prep my client, you can say, no, I made this mistake. So let me tell you how I made this mistake. So you don't.
But how do you know? Because I fucking
because
know.
I've done
So
it.
shut your trap.
so
and
shut up
fucking
and
do
just
it.
I love
fucking
it when
do
you do that. I've done it, so I don't want you to do it.
Yeah.
So listen to me.
Blaza boy.
I ran through one of my questions earlier on. The rest of mine are fucking daft as fuck. It's
We'll do it after.
it's like-
We've done serious
all right,
ones.
okay. I've got one that was who would win in a race between us three.
Oh, we have the dude. We were sat last night having this fucking debate. I was
Should
like,
we race
don't.
after this?
Bro, I'll fucking tear a hamster.
So
Should we race outside after this video and put it
right.
up?
So I said that I thought I think you would win, but I think I'd be hot at the blocks. But then Blair was like, "Have you seen Usain Bolt?"
Bro, look at the size of the two of your legs, mate. I'm men's physique. I'm about fucking 30
Dude,
pounds
where- by
lighter than
way,
the two yous.
where
I'm
the-
rapid.
Where the fuck have your legs came from, by the way? Are
Mate,
you
I've
are you
never
using
seen
some
that as
sort
well.
of like fucking
No.
warped fucking picture?
Well, that's where I did put my L-carnitine and hang me in there each month. So I see a bit more. There's a wee bit more density in the sweep, so there is. I'm like, oh,
that
let the
chest
my
up.
sweep. So there's like a wee pop, so there is with so when I put L-carnitine and SLU, I put in each quad, I'll rotate
You still run
morning
SLU?
and morning. Aye, I love it. I feel good psychologically as well, and I feel more. What's that word I'm looking for? Throughout my sessions, I've got more endurance.
Yeah, you do.
Mate, the endurance.
I
is
know-
insane.
I noticed
I'm like,
that.
I can keep going. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I noticed that.
taking sets
Your
to higher
recovery,
rep
your
range.
recovery between the sets is great.
That's amazing. 100%. Whereas usually I would be at this weight. I'd be
I didn't
like,
get a chance to run it for long enough, but I might just pop it back in.
Mate, honestly, I fucking rate it, man.
Yeah.
I could feel it.
Right,
you,
okay.
you definitely do.
Fucking tangents over. Who's winning in a race?
Sorry.
We need to know. The people need to know.
I'm not going to mess you about here and say, oh, let's go and find out.
I was a sprinting champion in Scotland.
No, but my school used to send me to races,
Did
though,
they?
to race against
Oh,
other schools.
fuck, we're
100
fucked.
metre,
Told you.
long distance, she would kill me. I can't.
I do ones, I used to do
Cardiovascular
ones.
system's gone. Like, I'm literally.
I think I would probably win.
But 100 metre
I think,
sprint.
to be
I
honest,
think I'd have you at the blocks, but
I think it's.
I'm fast,
need
man.
I
to
think
do
it's.
it.
I
We
think
need
it's.
to.
No, because bro, I pulled my hamstring trying to catch a fucking sheep that got out the farm.
Remember, I had to chase Cooper in that field.
Yeah, it was class. That was on New Year's Day, bro. That was on New Year's Day. So him and Chrissy came round for New Year's, and I went out for a walk in the morning. And Cooper is a wee bastard shih tzu. Shits.
Yeah, he's a shits,
I remember Cooper up.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
just
young
jump,
Cooper.
gets it at the field. Is it the sheep?
Dude, he's chasing like 100 sheep.
The dude,
And he looks like a sheep, so it's
dude,
like...
this
where
fucking
is he?
field. It's not even like it's a wee field, bro.
Massive.
He was all the way at the other fucking end. He comes back. He's got his Crocs on. All
Bro,
muddy.
I'm up to my knees in fucking shite.
amazing, Cowpat.
Chrissy just turned around
My
and...
knees and fucking Cooper.
Chrissy had new trainers on, so she just went, oh no.
No, Chrissy did
And it
fuck
looked
all.
at you.
She looked at you.
No, but she had new trainers on that she'd got for like Christmas or whatever. So she just turned around and went, oh no. And I'm like, what? She's like, the dog.
I'm not. I
I'm
wasn't
like,
fucking
the dog
helping him.
player.
Honestly,
I'm like, why you fucking stood there like a prick?
I just sat like I just stood like a prick as well.
I get that
I think
as well.
I think I just went like this.
It's when you see something's going on or something like that.
Bro,
so you're
I
like,
was fucking pegging it through that field as quickly as I
Wild.
could in a pair of Crocs, and I'm fucking... oh.
I'm gonna have to find it.
Crocs, the
'Cause you-
footwear.
See if he's
Did you
pegging
have a
it.
video
We
of this?
devils fucking smoke him, man.
Aye.
Bro, you ever tried running through a fucking field in fucking December?
Bro, I've lived on a farm.
in December, I feel in
Used to.
December. Are you
Oh, bro, I
used to
live
it?
on a farm.
I do live on a
He-
farm.
Take your face for a shite.
I fucking live
shut
on a
up.
farm.
Right, okay, so we're going to say Calvin wins the race, you're probably second, I'm
But we
probably
don't
third.
know until I could be saying that. I just feel as though
I have
think
a
it's
feeling-
the weight advantage that
Yeah.
I've got. Oh, sorry, the lack of weight advantage. So
I just feel like you'd be more athletic than me anyway. So I'll just put myself at the bottom. I don't really
men's
give a fuck.
athletic.
We got another wee question going.
Aye, sorry. Right, so wait, let's get something. Just say.
Who's the best kisser? Ah, it's me, guys.
Should we try that one after this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely me.
Oh, Josh Berry, PT, new follower to you and Taylor. Love your shit.
Why are you not fucking following me?
What
prick?
about what about
you're
Blair,
back.
Josh Berry? No, first of all, Josh Berry, thank you so much.
He
That's very
mentioned
kind. You'll now know
Is he
that.
actually the same question?
No, he didn't ask me a question. He says, new follower to you and Taylor. Absolutely love your shit. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I don't love your shit.
Go and
Josh.
go on to Blair. Blair's a part of it now as well.
He
so
actually
come
asked me
on.
a question that I think is quite good.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, do you want me to tell you? I know I was going to give you one, but
No, you go.
since he's
Since
getting a
Josh
plug-
is on the menu.
So Josh Berry PT says, just finished a cut and I feel like I've lost all motivation to get back at it. Please help. Right, so
Bro.
do you want
Discipline.
the proper? Do you want the fucking hard answer or do you want the fucking soft mollycoddled one?
Well, we want the hard answer.
So I think
Tell him the truth.
I think the
Who's
reality
gonna carry
is,
the
right,
boats?
is it people need to
Who's
remember
gonna carry
that
the boats?
a bodybuilding journey is going to come in peaks and troughs. There's going to be periods of time where you're excited, enthusiastic, loving life. There's going to be periods of time that it's going to be an upwards battle.
Yep.
From experience, I would say it's 6% of the times an upward battle, 40% it's a canter.
That's
Would you boys
it.
agree?
No, I totally agree with that.
Sometimes,
Now,
yeah.
The
yeah.
first place that I start with motivation is lost is going to be the current setting of that individual. What the fuck is going on in your life that's potentially taking that brain space
That's
away
such a
from
good
you?
spot of you just finishing a diet when you should be so motivated to catapult your ass into an improvement phase and start making some gains.
Yep.
Like that's when you would
Thing
see
is,
the
it's-
motivation should be its prime.
It's so
by then,
easy.
do you know what I
It's
mean?
so easy to be motivated when you get almost like daily gratification
True,
from a diet.
true,
You
very
wake
true.
up, you're like, I'm half a kilo down.
Aye.
Whereas like when the scale weight starts going back up, you know it needs to go back up,
Aye.
but it's not an easy thing to see. So it's almost reestablishing that you've achieved that goal. What drove you to get to that
Aye.
goal in the first place? I wanted to get to this weight. I wanted to do this in the gym. I wanted to look like this. Shift that, flip that, and be like,
Absolutely.
well, now I'm going to get as strong as I fucking can. So I'm going to do 10 plates on a leg press. I'm going to do fucking 3 plates on this incline press. Like
That needs to be a focus.
shift your mindset to like
Drive into
almost
something else.
performance-based goals now. And obviously still the way that you look. Don't just be like, I'm going to become a fat fuck
Aye.
and lift loads of weight. It's like, I would personally say like now you need to set those other goals.
And look, let's be real, right?
Transition.
Can you genuinely ask yourself when you look in the mirror that you're happy with what you fucking see? Because if the answer is no, then you got fucking work to do, bro, and it ain't going to happen by chance.
100%.
Yep.
You know?
So it really comes down to like motivation is a temporary emotion. Discipline is what's going to see you through.
And what's your reason behind that? Like, why are you doing this, bro?
Aye.
Like, are you
Ask
doing this
yourself-
for you?
yeah.
Or are you doing this for all these
100%.
motherfuckers around
Are you
you?
doing it for
need to-
Instagram?
Definitely.
If you're
Because
doing it
if
for
that's the
Instagram,
case-
you're fucking out.
You're
Yeah.
fucked.
You are fucking out.
You're fucked. Aye.
If you're doing it
100%.
to
But to see
come
what Taylor
across
said,
with
they're
that.
absolutely right. It's probably a 60-40. 60% of the time, you're not going to want to go to the
It
gym.
might even
get
be
up,
fucking
cook your
worse
meals.
than that,
I
to
think
be
it might
honest.
even be worse than that, mate.
And
I'm
no,
not-
do you know what? You're
The busy-
The
right.
busy that
I
I'm
think
getting, mate, I genuinely think maybe like 30% of the
Bro,
time.
I
I'm
reckon my
fine.
life's
See, come the
99.1.
afternoon, I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
you
want
are.
to go
Right
to the
now,
gym.
I'm 99.1, bro. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm still doing as much as I
But no,
can,
100%.
turning up at the gym.
You'll keep going.
You're not going to have great sessions all the time.
Aye.
You're not going to feel motivated all the fucking time, but you just got to fucking get up and do
Aye.
shit.
It's
What the fuck
not-
else? What the
you're
fuck else
right.
are you going to do?
It's not about what you want to do,
And
it's
for the
about
love
what
of
has to be
fucking
done.
Christ, man, I'm going to fucking kill another client of mine that complains about progressing 1 rep a fucking session. What the fuck do you think's going to happen, man?
You're not even, like,
One quality
realistically-
rep, like, see if you're standardising your sets appropriately, 3 second eccentric, brief pause, an ISO, solid concentric, good standardisation across the board, internal cue, or internal feels where it needs to be, like, 1 rep is good enough.
That's amazing. You should not be getting into the gym and progressing every session. See, like every single session of every single part of your logbook. If you're progressing it, you're probably altering your form and execution to achieve the extra reps. There's going to be sessions where you go in, whether you're peak off season, you've got all the food, all the drugs, all the everything in you, the best night's sleep, you can still go in and drop off that day in the gym. So don't get too fucking obsessed with it.
And do you know what makes up for that, though? It's because, like we're saying, 70-30. Because I think that's fair.
That could
Right? How good are those fucking sessions when you pick up a weight
So good.
and it's like air?
Yeah, it feels like nothing.
You
You're like,
forget
okay.
about all the shite that happened.
You
You
instantly go,
forget
right, I'm
about
moving.
it. You're
You're
like,
right.
oh, my fucking neck's hard. Come on.
Yeah, but it's kind of it's like
So
the equivalent
true.
of driving a car, right? It's like once you get up to speed, and you're just cruising at that speed. It's like sometimes that's what training is.
Just
like,
full speed.
Absolutely.
It's always full speed. But it's like when it's exhilarating going from 0 to 100, right? And that might be your first few training sessions on a new block or a new split or this new sort of like transitioning from diet to off season. But you can't just keep going from 100 to 200, 200 to 300. Like there's a limit where you have to just like, oh, I'm going into this session today and it's going to be pretty much identical to what last week's was. But that doesn't mean that you're going backwards.
No.
Like, granted, if every week like nothing is changing, it's time to adjust some, manipulate volume, increase food, etc. But your body tells you. It tells you exactly where you're at and what it needs from you. So like, don't expect, like you said about the progressions, like don't expect to just chuck an extra fucking 20 on an incline press the next week. Like it's not fucking happening. It's not fucking happening.
Honestly, the bigger that you get, the stronger you get, the harder it is for the progression.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
You know?
Couldn't agree
So
more.
just, what was his name again? Josh.
It was Josh, yeah.
First of all, fucking follow me on Instagram, you prick.
Give Blair some credit,
Secondly,
Josh.
just fucking, like, see, as soon as you think about something you have to do, just go and fucking do it. If you're like, I need to go and train, just get up, take a fucking pre-workout, go to the fucking gym, just get it done. As soon as you
Just
start
get in there.
fucking pricking about, you're not going to do it.
Discipline, Joshua.
You know what
Discipline.
book I thought was really good? Was it the David Goggins book on prep?
Of course you did.
I know, I love that. You fucking hate that
can't-
sort
Who
of
gonna
stuff,
carry
man,
the
but
boats?
I really like that sort of stuff, man, because it covers things like split-second decisions,
read.
accountability. I can remember the accountability mirror, bro. You're trying to look at yourself saying,
you
I am
talking
a
about
strong,
telling me about this?
independent
I'm pretty
black
sure I
woman
walked-
that don't need no man.
I'm pretty sure I walked in and you were
Yeah,
doing
don't need no man,
your
no.
accountability
So that's
mirror.
having a wank the minute. I've got this, bro. I've got this. I'm going to win. One more.
See, when I'm putting this on Spotify next week, I'm going to need to click the wee button that says "Not for children" now, because I don't bother clicking that. But it's definitely going to be in there. So for anybody who watches this with their kids,
It's
we
for kids.
apologise.
Speaking of kids, man, one of my
Oh,
clients.
where is this going?
One of my clients on a night out
Oh,
the other day,
Jesus.
dressed up as Jimmy Savile.
Oh, no, people are
he's-
still doing that.
I
For
was
fuck's sake.
fucking
You can't do that.
buckled.
You can't
And
get away with it.
the boy is enormous. He's a big,
Is he a unit?
handsome, jack bastard. Huge.
I wasn't dressed up as Jimmy Savile.
Need to see an end to that
That's
version.
here.
Jimmy. Oh, was it?
Nah, fuck. Jesus Christ.
You want me to get another one?
we'll
Is
get-
it my turn or yours?
I totally piggybacked that one, man. I
Well,
totally
he asked
nicked
you.
that one.
He spoke to you briefly, Galvin. Well, not spoke to you.
I've got a few on good old GLP-1s or Ozempic, Monjaro, whatever the hell you
Oh,
want to
actually,
call it.
Chris messaged me. Your client Chris messaged me on the
Chris is
sort
one
of
of
like
them. My other
fat
client, Gary.
epidemic or something.
Aye. Personal thoughts on the. So I'll just run through the two of these. Personal
you
thoughts on the Monjaro pens for fat loss. Does it have a place in bodybuilding? And Chris has said, thoughts on fat shaming disappearing as,
Yeah, that's what he said to me.
as soon as fat bitches got access to GLP-1s, which is basically glucagon like one peptide. So basically, in regards to it, I think there's a massive place in bodybuilding in regards to it. Do you know what I mean? There's no rules, especially on assisted bodybuilding. There's no rules. Now, if you're telling me it is okay or healthy for somebody or safe for somebody to be in a position where they are extremely obese, but it's not safe for them to take a pen that's going to impact their ability to eat, regulate their blood sugars, decrease their appetite, and get that body fat off, you're absolutely delusional, because it is definitely going to help. I think the abuse of them can potentially lead to some
long-term issues. Just deficiencies.
And
think
that comes see with the people who are
But that
doing
comes
that.
into education,
they're
though.
not, they're not. People are taking this and just not eating.
That's the only concern that I
I'm
have
not
with Big
eating.
Pharma these days, man, is like the more age that I've gotten, right, the more I see through the bullshit of the fucking world and how it's ran and how they just
crazy.
dangle all this fucking bullshit in front of you.
Look at COVID.
So the top dogs are always getting it, yeah.
Like it was the one thing I do find fucking hilarious is that there are so many people that were like anti-vaccine, and now they're like
Aye.
fully pro semaglutide.
Aye.
It's like the same
That's
company
crazy.
makes them, right? Like that vaccine that was poisonous
Yep.
is the same company that makes this
Yep.
thing
Aye.
that you rely on.
Aye.
Just so we're aware. Do you know what I mean?
No, you're right.
I think people pick and choose what they want to believe and what they think is good.
Absolutely. What suits them,
And
but-
I agree with you with the whole GLP-1. I think there is a place for it.
And look, I never thought I would ever say this, right? But and I don't know if you'll agree with me or not. But like, I value my business just as I value my bodybuilding. Like they're the top two things in my life, right? Joanna's there as well. You know,
She's up there.
she's there.
You're up there, Joe.
But like, see if I'm getting to the point of prep where I'm doing a check-in and I'm just like, food.
Aye.
I'm hungry. I'm this. I'm that. And the thing that I find really interesting about these GLP-1s though is they seem to have other benefits with regards to behaviors, or at least cravings, yeah.
Like,
but that covers the board though in terms of just like habits and behaviors.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's people that I mean, like, again, I don't know why this stands. I feel like anyone would remember this if they heard this fact. But even things that have like porn addictions.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's the ones I've read.
There we
Like,
go.
It's not
We both
worked.
look at the
It's
same
not
one.
worked for me.
I've been taking a lot of semaglutide. I will look at them. But no, that's what it does. It's like it kind of impacts your ability to want that instant almost
Smoking.
reward.
It's a dopamine hit, isn't it?
That dopamine hit. Like it almost kind of cuts off that trigger for that instant dopamine hit that you want, which makes sense if a very overweight person is, say, addicted to food. So I'm totally going to switch that off.
I think if people...
There's definitely a place for it, man.
100%. If people aren't disciplined enough to get themselves to say they got to lose weight or they're going to fucking die, right? Like those people, I have no fucking issue with it. I really don't, because that's what it's
Tough
designed
shit, it's
for.
like, well, yeah.
That's what it is designed for. Now look, if you're a fucking bodybuilder and you can't control your cravings, suck it up, Buttercup. Get the fuck on with it.
100%.
I'm not on board with this whole like, oh bro, I'm going to take semaglutide because I can't fucking handle my cravings. You're not fucking cut out for it, sunshine.
It's aye.
Again, like I don't want to say that I would never would, but like I said, see if like my work volume is mental at that time and all I can think about is fucking food.
And I'm not...
it's just distracting me because I would never have any ambition to ever consider fucking cheating my diet. I would never fucking. do
I
that.
actually see it. I see the efficacy of it for a rebound.
Oh,
Aye, absolutely.
100%.
Because I was actually talking to Cuba about this in MK Excellence and asked him his opinion on it, and he spoke about it, not utilising it during prep because it can cause some
utilised it
GI
afterwards.
stress,
Yep.
bloating, it can impact
It
the
just
physique and
slows down
whatnot.
the rate of clearance so heavily.
Exactly. That's it.
When leptin and ghrelin start to sort of balance back out again, you can be like, okay,
I love
class.
trying carb
Aye.
someone up
Doesn't
on
matter
some
if you're
Ozempic
bloated.
to see what happens.
What is it?
Oh my
Carb
God.
someone up on some Ozempic
fucking
to see what would
spew.
happen.
I think it fucking
I
spew.
wonder how much it would slow you down just to actually quantify it.
But I think, personally for me, I would be willing to use it in like a rebound setting
Aye.
where appetite's through the roof and you're the almost like the shackles are off.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're free to now do whatever you want, in theory.
There's no direct goal.
Yeah, so like
you can go.
that would be a good place for like a semaglutide,
And
a
bodybuilding
Ozempic,
anyway.
Mounjaro.
Aye.
I think the other point that Chris mentions there is about the sort of like, I don't want to say like the fat. What did he say? Like the fat bitches
I don't know.
or something? I don't really know.
I don't really know what it was.
But I think he's talking about like the
Thoughts
body,
on
the
fat
body
shaming.
positivity movement.
Aye, so it's kind of how
Wait,
it's.
honestly, man, I don't have a
disappeared
fucking
to-
opinion on this, man.
I
Like,
couldn't
if
give a
people-
fuck.
If people
I'd
want to be
take it
fucking
if you want, man.
large
Like-
and fat and in
Large
charge,
and in charge.
then
Just don't take the
fucking
shit.
do your thing, man.
Just don't take the shit and just don't
Do you know
not
what I
eat.
do love
you need
though,
to
man?
still eat.
Shout out to all you skinny sub 60 kilo guys with big ass beaches.
But
Yeah.
Big respect. Big respect.
Yeah, yeah. Amen,
You
brother.
always see
Rastafari.
Yeah, I know. You always see them though. It's always like the kind of smaller guys with the big things.
Aye.
It's because they're normally
100%.
fucking well hung.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? They've always got massive
They always
dongs.
do. They always do.
Not that I would have,
Definitely.
not that I have any idea, of course,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
you
me
know,
neither.
I'm assuming.
Me
I'm
neither.
assuming.
No third legs over here.
So we were doing bodybuilding. Team
Yeah, sorry, are we still talking about bodybuilding here? What are we talking about?
Anyway, anything else want to kind of cover?
Did you guys have any other
This has
really
been
good
this has been
questions?
such a fucking
That's
chill
been
chat.
chill,
It's been
hasn't it?
so good.
I forget my podcast.
I honestly, man, this is just like
You're loving it. You're
I
having
know,
a good
I'm
time.
sat here just like
I like it. This is fun. Right, quick speed round, right off the top of your heads. So, gyro. 1888, must be a Celtic fan.
I
Hail,
know.
hail.
Fuck off.
Hail, hail. In fact, Old Firm today.
Come on, you ready?
Oh, actually,
The Dandy Dons.
Quickly, he's ready off the top of your head.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. Right, I don't want to overthink it because I want to be the same as you.
No, come on, go. 3, 2, 1, say it.
Get us.
Who's going to go first?
You.
You. Right, okay. Favourite bodybuilder, past, present, and reason why. We don't need to give the reasons why and shit like that. But
Favourite past bodybuilder?
past and present.
Or past and present?
Mine just got to be Kevin Levrone. Love it. Just love everything about mine. He's so
Insane.
cool. And that just looks insane.
Insane.
And present. It's got to be C-Bomb. He's just everything about
You love
him, man.
C-Bomb?
I know that.
He's
It's
passed,
just
bro.
Cause, true, he has passed.
He has passed.
He has passed, so present.
Sorry, brother.
Just because of the way he is, the guy, the
Yeah,
humble
yeah.
and all that.
This is real quick
Yours,
fire.
I'll go with yours. I like yours. I think he's brilliant. Miracle Bear.
I said yours. I was like,
100%.
I thought you were like yours.
Yeah, I was like, yours what?
No, 100%. I like.
Yeah,
I like
yours
him.
is fucking
Is he the
sick.
Yours
one?
is good.
Aye. People were like, what, you didn't pick a men's physique guy? You didn't pick Ryan Terry?
I do like Ryan Tyler, to be fair. He's handsome
I
as
don't.
fuck.
Ryan Taylor's all right. Like, he's good, but I just don't see how he's Mr.
But it's just quick fire, go. Your
I know,
favourite.
anyway,
sorry.
Current Rafael Brandao all day.
Yeah.
Yummy.
In the past, I like a flex wheeler, man. I like a flex, he's very like Chris Cormier.
I was going to say Chris Cormier, yeah.
Something around that kind of time frame. I like Chris because Chris has like classic lines, but also still very like open S from like a dense and a broadness perspective. Yeah, it's probably something around those. I do like a wheeler though, flex wheeler. It's just beautiful.
Flex Wheeler's got such a
I
nice
know.
fucking physique.
I just love how he'd
crazy
always
how
hit his
good
front
he
double.
looks.
Like he'd
Aye,
always like
he's
cross
Westwood
in,
style in
he'd
as well.
cross it in,
Aye.
and he'd just open it and offset. Oh mate, fucking awesome.
I reckon one of my favourite pasts is Dennis Wolf.
Oh, man. Mate, I always
Dennis
wonder.
I used to love.
I always used to wonder, see when you'd not really
Awesome.
maybe got an eye for bodybuilding, the finer details, I'd be like, whenever I'd maybe look and maybe I was fucking about with the gym and you'd see him pop up on whatever Facebook, I'd be like, why is he not winning? Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
would look at it and go, why is he
I
not
think it was
winning?
condition,
That
though.
was all,
It was just condition.
Just it was off, see, you
Because
don't have an
mate,
eye for it
see
then.
his front lat spread. It was fucking insane.
Terrified.
Do you know Joanna when she was
Wish I
through
picked Dennis
in Feeble with Define, she seen Marcus Rule and she was like, yeah, so I seen this like really short guy. He was quite old, massive,
Still mega jacked.
He was chain smoking fags all the time, and I was like,
It
was
looks like he's
I was like,
joking,
was it
doesn't it?
this guy? And he was like, oh my god,
Was it Marcus
It was,
Rule?
it was Marcus
That's
Rule.
so funny.
good.
I can remember watching.
It looks like a smoker,
Is
but
it-
he's like,
Aye.
I remember watching the Sandro motivation or the Candro motivation.
aye,
It's him walking about the shops and afterwards he just gets his fucking
Machiavelli
fags out.
motivation?
He just
where did that go to? Machiavelli motivation.
still about.
it's still about.
Is it, did it still?
Aye.
I must have
You just don't need any motivation, bro.
I'm too motivated. Did you hear that, Josh? Is it Josh? Aye.
Josh,
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 go
Is
to
it
Machiavelli
Josh,
motivation. Big up, Josh.
Favourite current bodybuilder? No idea, to be honest with you. It would have been Ian Valier, but he's obviously retired now.
you like, you know,
I loved Ian Valier. I'll say James Hollingshead, man.
Aye.
Love James Hollingshead. Fucking goat. I just
Yeah,
Keon's fucking amazing right now.
He's
as
also
well,
one of
man.
the-
Keon
Keon's
looks
so
ridiculous
Keon's lovely,
right now,
man.
bro.
He's
Like,
insane.
His physique is
done.
That's probably
Aye.
one of the most
People need to
aesthetically pleasing physiques on the planet.
Shut up and stop telling him to go into open. Like, it's
Nah.
there. He's not even maxed out the weight cap, bro.
it's crazy.
It's happening, mate.
I think
It's,
that's mental that he's not
ridiculous.
maxed out the weight cap, though.
it's absolutely fucking absurd.
He looks like he's well above it. Like, well above it.
Right, you may pause. I'm going to push myself.
I will. Do I just wrap it up there, man?
All right, let's just
Well
fucking
done.
wrap that bitch up.
Right, well, if you didn't hear, I'm
Calvin's burst for a pish. We're going to
my
leave it
old
at
ass
that.
bladder.
What's happening? A couple of things change over the next few weeks. We've got Calvin's open day, but that'll be announced shortly. Massive thank you to Pit Stop for all the support as always.
As always. Yep.
Use code Blair10, Calvin10,
CRM10.
CRM10. Sorry,
Yeah, Jesus.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't use
Blair
Taylor 10 for that.
CRM10. Tier 10's the top dog, so use that boy. Shout out to Bulletproof Studios for all the help, the support,
Yep, as
the
always, they've done a
efficiency.
fantastic job.
Check them out. You guys got anything you want to plug, post, say, shout out?
Nah, I've got a busy few weeks coming up. I'm excited.
Bosh.
Thank you as always for everybody, all the listeners, the support around the podcast. It's tremendous.
It's lovely, man.
We're doing it with love here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Put it on your stories, boys and girls.
I fucking
Subscribe,
tag
If you were
us,
putting this
man.
up, tag it,
Don't
share it,
tag
post it,
us,
man, because
come
I
on, we
want to
love it.
get more. This needs to be the
I love it. See
fucking
when I
number
get a tag
one
coming up, and
podcast
it's
in
like
Scotland.
somebody somebody who's like posted something about it or something like that. I absolutely love that. I'm like,
Yeah, it's class.
I've had people come up to the
Feels
gym
so
and
good.
say, "Oh, bro, I love the
Oh, mate, it's
podcast."
amazing.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I've had people do the same. It's fucking sick.
so good, absolutely incredible.
you guys
Like,
are amazing. So thank you.
We love you.
Worldwide.
We love you to bits.
We do. We're blessed.
I will.
So thanks all.
Worldwide.
Have a good one. Hasta luego.
Peace and love.
Much love.